Otmar, thank you for joining us this morning. I can't remember, with 70 years of Formula One, we seem to have an unprecedented situation where half the grid is appealing a decision here. First of all, why have you guys decided this morning to file your intention to appeal? We know the others believe that the penalty wasn't severe enough. Can you clarify, why do you guys think you need to appeal this?
Well, we need to appeal it because we stayed completely within the regulations, both sporting and technical, and we need to clear our name. We shouldn't be losing 15 points. We shouldn't be charged $400,000. We did absolutely nothing wrong. You're absolutely right that it's unprecedented that this part last year could be supplied by any team for you, and this year you have to design it completely yourself. We did design it completely ourselves, and we manufactured it completely ourselves. We shouldn't forget that we did not get a part from Mercedes at all. We didn't shortcut the process. We didn't gain any manufacturing time. We didn't gain any money by buying parts. We didn't. As a matter of fact, there are other teams here, including Haas, that probably has never run a brake duct of their own design ever. It's always come from Ferrari. And the AlphaTauri ones, Toro Rosso, have always come from Red Bull. So we've always designed our own brake ducts. The thing that is a conundrum here is now it's a listed part. So some of the information that in 2018 that we purchased from Mercedes is now looking backwards. People are saying, oh, you shouldn't have been able to purchase that. But in 2018, it wasn't even contemplated this thing becoming a listed part. So what we did is completely legal, completely right. And let's not forget, Formula One is all about exploiting the regulations to their limit, and you have to look at what's written and what's not written to be able to exploit the regulations. Just because we did a good job and we have a competitive car doesn't mean we did anything wrong.
Otmar, the normal process, Otmar, is if you're going down a road and you're not clear about whether or not where the direction you're going is within the regulations, you consult with the FIA. So Nicholas Tombazis. So in the build-up to your creation of this car, were you under the impression, the FIA gave the impression that everything he was doing was legal?
So two points to that. One, absolutely, the FIA came in March and spent a few days with us. They looked over the entire car, including the brake ducts, and gave us a clean bill of health. We explained everything to them. We hid nothing. We showed them all the genesis of all our designs, where it came from. And in this day and age with CAD, you can show them exactly where you started apart and how you got to the end. Really, really easily. And they gave us a letter to say, you're absolutely clean. And if you say, well, why didn't you ask more questions on a brake duct that was transitioning from a non-listed part to a listed part? The reason is we're 100% certain what we were doing was legal because, like I said, Haas and Toro Rosso last year were running somebody else's brake ducts. We didn't do that. We're well within the regulation, which is why we didn't feel it necessary to ask even more questions.
Just one more question. Omar, do you feel that this debate is part of a much bigger debate that is going on also in F1?
I don't think this is about brake ducts, because when we do go to the Court of Appeal, I think the brake ducts will be the smaller bit of it. I think the real conundrum or the crux of the problem is here, people are looking at our car and saying, oh, you copied aspects of the Mercedes and you copied more than we would have copied. Well, unfortunately, copying is what Formula One is completely based on. I remember in 1968, some American ran on a Formula One car, the first wing ever. In 3 races time, every Formula One car had wings on it. And how did that happen? Did that just happen because everyone else was only 3 races behind getting wings? No.
Well, some might say, Otmar, that was because it was visible from the outside, and maybe the discussion is what is not visible in this instance, but maybe Karen's got
So that's about the brake ducts. Everything else is visible from the outside.
Yeah.
But the brake ducts, the things on the inside that are not visible, are so constrained by the upright that we have. You have zero freedom of design. So that brake duct on the inside has to fit the upright. Well, guess what? We buy the upright from Mercedes. You got zero freedoms. Those ducts have to go where they go.
Otmar, just to wrap things up, the other teams who've appealed believe that when you go to the ICA, the International Court of Appeal, they've got a better chance because the way that the process continues, there'll be a further investigation into transfer of information, the email servers, things like that. Are you 100% clear from your standpoint, and from Mercedes, I guess, that isn't going to be a problem for you.
Not a problem. And the more you dig in, the more on our side it's going to be, because we did absolutely zero wrong. So the more you dig, the better off it is for us.
All right, Otmar,
so I welcome that.
Thank you for your time. Thank you. Simon, back to you.